Maestro Gaming presents a wobbly wagon wheel production about a nomad man. That man is the Gypsy King. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro game production, and as you can see, we are jumping straight into the action for our first game here at the Homoshiva, of course, our home stadium, against Sakhanin, who, well, last time we played them, I believe we beat them 3-0 at their place. We're both going for a 4-2-3-1, so should be interesting. We should manage to beat these. Surely we can beat these. There is a little bit of an issue though. Now that's on the left hand side. So two of our players have major injuries. They are such warriors coming out and playing. We have Bakar, who currently has a little knock in a tight thigh. He is going to bravely fight through that though and play today. Evandro, also on the left hand side, is struggling with a bruised ankle. The poor man, he got kicked in the ankle during training, so he is going to be braving that injury also. So our team, other than those two of course, is Ado in goal. We have Posman and Levy in central defence with Elk on the right hand side. Central midfield is held by Elias and Noadika. In front of them, of course, Zion is joined by Wittenberg on the right. Boo is up front. Now, our bench consists of Goran, Ziri, Ishak, Etu, Moshi, the champ, and of course, Effie. But without further ado, let's go into the dressing room and talk to Mega Man. So, Mega Man has encouragement. Is on the Mega Man's mind. We should encourage the players. I mean, assertively. Teams such as ours should we win this without a problem at all. Let the fans... Yeah, give the fans the performance they expect. A lot of players listening keenly. Deep in thought is Levy. So let's get out there. Let's get this win, lads. We have blue versus red. Good old blue versus red. Ashto also versus Lezion in our current section. Lezion, bottom of the table, of course. Currently... looks like they're getting relegated. Evandro, though, has the ball. Evandro is running through the defence. Can he get a shot off or will he pass it? He's going to pass it to the assistant behind the goal by looks it. Linesman chilling out near the goal. Gets past the ball and Evandro has just wasted an opportunity. Not good. Judson, though, plays free kick short. Oh, come on. We can't be getting outsmarted by them sort of plays. That is ridiculous. We're going attacking. Lads, I'm going to tell you to show some passion. That was absolutely awful. As you can see, they are currently down in 12th. In fact, the current situation has lifted them off 13th place. They are a relegation candidate. We can't be losing to Benai Sakhanin. Benai Sakhanin is one of the teams we cannot lose to. They are one of the favourites to go down. And this is rather disappointing. So, it's 6 shots in the end to their 4. 1 on target apiece though. We've been very wasteful. 5 fouls to their 6 fouls. 1 yellow card, 0 yellow card. 61% possession to their 39. Now, the best performers is Elias for us. He's got a 7 rating. 89% passing completion ratio. He's been okay. Buakia for them though with 100% tackle 1 ratio and 8.2. And of course, the goal is their best performer. Now, struggling to form is Evandro. He's got 6.4 and Ovadia with a 6.3. The other game is currently 0-0. So, yeah, it was disappointing. I am going to assertively tell them, where's passion, lads? Do you want to win this match? Because it don't look like it. So, get out there. Get some goals. I want to see goals, lads. Evandro's frustrated. You know what, Evandro? I'm frustrated with you. So, how about the champ comes on for you? You are annoying me, Evandro. I do not appreciate it. You can get off the pitch. So, Elias has a yellow card. Zion has a yellow card. You know what? We're going to risk him for now. Risk it for the biscuit. Posman plays it short to champ. Back to Posman. Posman, nice ball over to Levy now. Levy gets a nice ball over to Wittenberg on the right-hand side. He has an overlap if he needs. Cuts inside, though. And yet again, he's doing the same as Evandro. Why? Just use your teammates. Show some passion. Again, I want passion, lads. This is pathetic. Who else is having a rough game? Boo Boo is having a rough game. You know what, Boo Boo, can you switch things up? Can you drop back? I mean, you can. A lot of your stats are falling off. But you know what, Boo Boo? I'm going to have a bit of faith in you. I'm going to drop you back for the Zion. Wittenberg, he is on 6.3 right now. That is terrible. So, Effie's coming on for Zion. Moshi Monster coming on for Wittenberg. Hopefully that switch up does us the world of good. Elias, we're going to have to risk him on that yellow card. And hopefully Boo Boo can pick up his performance in attacking mid. Because right now, it's looking awful. The lads are fired up. 65th minute. Levy, free kick halfway. Plays it to Elias. Back to Levy once more. Over to Posman. Can we get anything going? Lovely ball over the top to Champ. Champ has someone on the overlap if he needs. Cuts inside on his own though. The Champ is making a beautiful run, but it's a lovely save by Cohen. And we are still losing. Come on, lads. More passion. This time, we're going all out. We have to just throw up. Throw all the way up the pitch. Yes, we have to throw up. I'm going to push the lads so much they throw up. That is the plan. But seriously, we need to get something going. Passion. Lads, get the passion fruits out. I'm not enjoying this game at all. Please, a draw. Anything. Please, 3 minutes of additional time. Ball over the top, straight to our goalkeeper. Ado, can you build something from the back? We have 3 minutes to work with. Please, Ado. Let's take a point. Something from this game. Boo Boo gets it to Nwadika. Nwadika, ball over to Bakar. Bakar now to the Champ. Nwadika is coming up in support if he needs. Will he pull it back to him? He doesn't, but he gets it to Elias, who plays it over to Bakar. Bakar gets a lovely cross into Effie, but he doesn't keep the header down. And we are unfortunately looking like we're going to lose today's game, which we have. It has ended 1-0 in the end. We had 12 shots to their 11, 4 on target to their 4, 10 fouls to 14 fouls, 2 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards, 59% possession to 41. What a terrible way to start today's episode. Elias, 91% passing completion ratio, 7.3 for him. Bokia for them with an 8.3 and 100% tackle win ratio. A solid effort on his part. Now, struggling to perform was Wittenberg, 6.3, 60% passing completion ratio. You know what? I'm tempted to bring on the Moshi Monster. I'm going to have a little look at the last 5 games. Our wingers are really struggling recently. Bazia got a 6.4 for them. Now, quite a few milestones, as you can see. Wow. Apparently, Ado went 2 games without conceding a goal. That is a little disappointing now that he has gone and conceded. But hopefully we can turn things around. Bokia got the player of the match, of course, and to be fair to him, that was a solid strike, and yeah, we just shouldn't have gave him the opportunity to do it, to be honest. Assertively, that is the sort of match we should be winning. I'm going to yell at them and leave the dressing room. Boo Boo vows to end goal drought. Well, he's going to have to vow to end the goal drought from the bench, because I'm not impressed with this current goal drought. So, Effie, I'm going to give you the opportunity. Hopefully you will make use of said opportunity. Now, our wingers, who is struggling. Look at that. Evandro is having a rough time right now. You know what? The Champ is here. The Champ is on. And Wittenberg. Now, Wittenberg, he's 6.3, 6.5. It's been the last 2 games. So, Moshi, how you been? 6.5, 6.6. You know what, Moshi? You've been better recently. So we're going to start you. If Moshi doesn't start well, Wittenberg is back for the start of the next episode. But we're going to give Moshi a run out for the next game. Switch things up on the wings. Hopefully that helps us out a little bit. Zion, not been in the greatest form as of late. But you know what? He's only had... he's had a couple of terrible ones in there. But he's keeping it pretty level. So... we'll give him pretty much one more opportunity. If he keeps it up though, the Champ might be switching over and Evandro might be returning to the team. Unfortunately though, I have to play Evandro or I have to play Zion, and Zion is getting the nod at the moment. So, Etu, now, can we make any changes anywhere else? Elias is having a solid game all around. Nwadika, now Nwadika, not as good as I was expecting, but is doing okay. So that's not too bad. Looking at our defense, we have Posman doing solid, Bacav's doing solid, Levy's definitely having an amazing time. Elk, he's been off the ball a little bit, but he hasn't been struggling, and same with Addo. So it's very much these three, our attacking mids and our striker. Everyone up front basically is our current issue. So we're going to be shuffling them about a little bit and hopefully get something going up front. But that is it for the first episode. We are now going to head off to Hafaya in 8 days' time, where we shall re-enter SAMMY OFER. Yes, that doesn't sound quite right, but we are going to re-enter SAMMY OFER and, well, hopefully give them a good old pounding. But I will see you over at their stadium in just a second. Okay, so welcome to the SAMMY OFER Stadium for the second time in 2 episodes. Now, as you might have noticed, we have a little bit of an issue. There is 3 goals down at pitch side. So I'm going to make sure they go and remove one of them, and we shall get on with today's kickoff. Okay, ladies and gents, it is finally kickoff time here in our second game of today's episode. And, well, they are going for a good old flying V today. So, without further ado, let's head on into the dressing room and talk to Mega Man. And Mega Man thinks should encourage the team. Well, that didn't go too great last time. Assertively, let the fans know. Good look out there. You know what? Passionate. We're underdogs. Suits us down to the ground. Go cause an upset. Listen keenly. Okay. These guys. Very inconsistent. Oh, and by the way, I noticed a very interesting result between the last game and this. Ashdod and I think it was Gan. They drew 4-4. Don't know how they managed that, but that was an interesting score to see pop up. That does mean there's only a 7-point gap. Now, we do have a game in hand, so if we win today's game, that will, of course, go to a 10-point gap. And, well, that will help us in our survival. So, with Hapol having already played, speaking of which, having already played, prime opportunity for your side to seize the initiative. In avoiding... Oh, they're on about 11th, not 13th. Yes, it's prime devious fellow. Right, we regard any potential advantage as a positive. Your side holds relegation destiny in their own hands. Can you take a step closer? Well, yes, like you've said, if we win today's game, we're going to step further away from the relegation zone, since everyone else but us 2 teams have actually played their game. In fact, I think they might have even played 28 games themselves. But I hope so. We've done everything, now let's go and do more. So, let's get on with today's game. No they haven't. So, yes, this is both of our games in hand, currently with a draw. We will, of course, move up to 9th place, where Ashdod will drop down on goal difference. So, can we catch Macab? No, we can't. We can't catch them at the moment. So, this would be the highest we can finish. Lucky for us, we've just escaped them nodding one onto the crossbar, which is never a good sign. Should not be allowing them opportunities, because they, of course, can seize them. We've got better possession. Unfortunately, they've had 4 shots to our now 1. 3 on target to our 0, though. We need to catch up in the shots. Ideally on target, because it's now 4-2. Not got a single one on target. But it has been a rather dull first half. We had that one highlight. Hopefully we can get a few more in the second half. But it has been 0-0. 4 shots to our 2. 3 on target to our 0. 1 foul to our 3. 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards. Fetch now to possession to our 61. Basically, we got the ball and we just ran the clock down. We didn't do anything with it. They couldn't do anything because we had the ball. So, Simeon is their best performer. He's a defender. He's got a 6.9, 88% passing completion ratio. For us was Nodwadika, 59 passes completed and a 7.2. As you can see, Moshi, he's had a terrible first half. 6.3 and 3 mistakes in that. So it looks like Wittenberg is going to be staying on that right hand side. Bellew for them is struggling with a 6.5 also. So their right back is struggling. Our left midfielder is not utilising us, and our right midfielder is also struggling. So Moshi, you can go off for Wittenberg. Wittenberg can come on for the Moshi monster, who's having a rough time. As you can see, Nuadika having a solid performance. Moshi, I've just taken him off. He was struggling. We have Zion, who's not having the greatest game, and of course the champ and Effie. So again, it's that front four that is letting us down. That trio of attacking mids and the striker. So, you know what? Passionately, you know, assertively, I'm not happy, lads. It was decent effort, but you know what? You can do better. And they know they can do better. They took it on the chin. They're like, yes, boss, you are right. We've had the possession. We should be doing more than 3 shots and 0 on target. They've had 6 and they've had 4 of them on target. Luckily for us so far, we have been getting away with things. We are in the 66th minute, so you know what? Let's get some players on. We are going to bring on... You know what? Zion's struggling. So, Champ, you're going to have a go back out in the mid. Evandro can come out on the left-hand side. And Effie... You know what, Effie? I'm going to trust you, my friend. I'm going to give you a chance, an opportunity to seize the initiative and do something up front before I bring Boo Boo back. If he doesn't score though, then Boo Boo, of course, shall be returning. Wittenberg, though, header goes over the bar. Now, can we get a goal? Ideally for Effie, he would like to get it so he can stay in the team. Otherwise, like I said, he's dropping to the bench for Boo Boo. I don't particularly like having these dull games, but it seems we are going to finish with a very dull game. In fact, I think we've got about 2 highlights in the entire match. I apologise for that. I can't really control it. That is FM sometimes. Now, they had 6 shots to our 10, 4 on target to our 4 on target, 4 fouls to 8. We somehow managed to get more shots than them in the end, which is a little bit weird, but we didn't get any more on target, which is a bit disappointing. So, 4 fouls to 8 fouls, 0 yellow cards, 38% possession to our 62. Very dull game. I'm sorry for you guys. I'm sorry for all the fans in the stadium. That was boring. Simeon, though, got a 7.2, 89% pass completion ratio. Nuadika with a 95 passes completion ratio and a 7.8. Struggling performer was Moshi. He got 3 mistakes and a 6.3, and also on a 6.3 with 0 overall chances was Azori. Now, if I remember rightly, Azori was a nightmare last time we played these, so it's a good job he was struggling. A clean sheet has Anan 441 consecutive minutes. We may as well have a little look at some of the milestones because, well, nothing went on with the actual game. So, Bellew made 225 career appearances. It's all career appearances, mainly for them. We do, of course, have 25 for Addo, though. Addo finally getting himself cemented in the side. He made his 100th career appearance, even. So, Nuadika gets the player of the match with a 7.8. Now, let's go tell the lads, you know what? That wasn't a decent effort. So, assertively, unlucky boys, that wasn't our night. We could have got a result there. I got too disappointed in that one. Not going to tell them they did great, because you know what? Our attack was still absolutely terrible. But we got a draw against Hafai, and you know what? Hafai, they're in a league of their own. They are basically the dropout from the top 6. That top 6 should really be a top 7, and we should be a group, but they don't split it down the middle for some weird reason. So they are stuck at the top of our group. We then have us and Netanya, who are battling out for the 8th place spot, I would say. Ashdo, it's like a 3-horse race, I would say, for that 8th place spot. We then have these guys in... Yeah, I would say it's probably a 4-horse race on the relegation. They're probably not going to go down. Probably these 3. They're probably going to be cemented up in 11th. But that is our segment, or our part of the split. That is the split. That is how the split is currently working out. Also, I've just noticed Beersheba has come out of absolutely nowhere. It was a Tel Aviv and Hafaya battle for the top of the league, but for some reason Beersheba is now top of the league. 2-point gap on Tel Aviv. Hafaya is 3 points behind them. Jerusalem is, well, cementing that 4th place spot. They have a 3-point lead on Shimona, who is in 5th, and then the other Tel Aviv, well, they're basically stuck in that 6th place spot. It's a shame those two can't be battling it out against each other, but that is the way the system works. Effie's still searching for a goal, and, well, he's going to be searching ever so more when he goes back to the bench. So, Boo Boo, you are coming back on. Evandro, you are also coming back on. The champ is going to start instead of Zion, who has been having a rough time. So Zion on a 6.5 at the moment. Yes, champ hasn't been doing great, but you know what? Look how consistent he has been. Unlike, he's been consistent, not consistently well though. So Boo Boo's on. Wittenberg is then going to come on that side. He links up nicely with the Elk, and that will be our team, injuries provided of course, going into the next episode. And the next episode is against Ranana, who is currently down in 11th place. So we can try and gain a bit of a gap on this relegation zone. Now, as you can see, we currently have an 8-point gap. Now, if we can grow that in the next episode to being 10 points or higher, we're not going to bother with the last 3 games, because, quite frankly, the split doesn't matter. The important thing with this global course is surviving relegation. So, if in these next 2 games, because we only have 3 more after it, maximum 9 points. So, if we can get a 10-point gap or more, we're guaranteed not to get relegated. So there's no point in really going over those last 3 games. But I thank you all for watching. I hope you join us for the double home header in the next episode, and goodbye.